go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Arc of Wrestling podcast. I am your host for tonight, John. With me, we have my ever lovely co-host Wesley, who's talking over people.
Howdy, everybody.
We also have Jonesy.
Smash!
He's playing Smash Bros for the 3DS, so that's going to be a thing you're going to be hearing through the night of him raging. We also have Greg.
I'm only doing this because I'm lazy tonight.
And we also have the lovely Mike.
Cracker.
Mike is the prettiest girl.
I am.
Pretty princess.
I seen his prom photos.
Joke's on you, I didn't go to prom.
I think that's a joke on you.
Joke's on you, I didn't go to prom.
I think that's a joke on you.
Yeah.
He said I
You
went
missed
to
out on one
prom.
of the best experiences of your life. You didn't get
said
that
I-
blow.
he
You didn't get
said
that
I-
blowjob in the toilets.
Yeah.
What?
The toilets.
You didn't get a handy in the back of the McDonald's after prom.
You didn't. Some girl
We have a
pregnant
prom night dumpster,
and
baby.
9 months down the road.
Who does that? Who does it behind McDonald's? It's behind a Walgreens now. Get it right.
Hey, my prom was at Disneyland. It was
Well, yeah.
kind of cool.
Hey Mickey, will you be my prom date?
Well, Greg, you're a fat Jew, so.
Whoa!
Whoa!
And I think on that note, we should
I'm not
probably
even.
get into the show.
I'm not even fat or Jewish.
But you're close enough.
Wow. Jesus.
You might not be fat, but you can sure do taxes.
Hold on, before we jump into the Raw recap, we are trying out a new format for you guys. But I'm letting Jon and Wesley take the reins, because I want to see if they could pull off this new format without any help.
We're gonna fucking
Doing
crash
it.
him.
Also, I want you guys just really quickly go check out Senchudo.tv, www.senshudo, the home of Arc of Wrestling and New Legacy. We love those guys over there. Just go check out their website. Go check out all the other streamers on there. John, let's jump into Raw.
Alright. Mike's fucked me up a bit there. Okay, so
God.
it's time for Raw. And what we're going to start off with, one of the 3 new sections. What's good about this Raw?
Yes.
So, Greg, what was good about this Raw?
It's another one of these weeks on Raw where there's a lot of good things that happen, a lot of bad things that happen, and just some ugly shit. And so that's what we're kind of bringing things together. You want to make it as easy for you guys to understand what's good on Raw, what's bad on Raw, and what is something you probably shouldn't watch if you're going to go back and rewatch Raw. So, I'm going to start off with probably the biggest surprise of the night, something that I thought was very good, came off very good, and I have something to say about what people thought about this segment. The Rusev and Rock segment. I thought this was a very, very good segment. Mike probably didn't think about it. You know more than anything, Mike, that I'm not a Rock fan. I don't like The Rock. I don't like any of I like some of his work, what he did with Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Good. I don't like Rock as a wrestler. That being said, first off, congrats to WWE for having a segment actually be a surprise, because I don't think anybody saw this happening. Mike, of course, wanted to be a little tiny smark on chat when The Rock came out, saying, "Oh, anybody could have seen The Rock come out," when nothing said.
Didn't say that.
What'd you say, Mike?
Didn't say that. You said the dirt sheet didn't see this, and I was like, dirt sheet didn't see it. Dirt sheet said it it might happen.
And we proved
said
to you that
everything-
no one said that The Rock was going to return.
No, it was like, oh, Rock might return. And then, like, 2 news posts later, most sites were like, oh no, Rock's just at WB.
Yeah, apparently he was having some meeting with Time Warner in the morning, so that doesn't necessarily mean that he was going to be there for Raw. And all the dirt sheets like, okay, well, he's probably in New York for a completely different reason. Let's not take this too drastic. And then they literally update everybody that The Rock was not planned. he was on no drafts at the beginning of Raw. That's going into
We
Raw.
never saw this coming.
And then
What?
they said Big Show wasn't gonna appear. Thank God. If Big Show would have came in, that segment would have been horrible. The crowd made it unbelievable. It was a great moment. I don't like how Michael Cole will say when The Rock comes out, these are moments on Raw that are created, like some bullshit trying to tell people, like, see, look, these moments can happen anytime when they don't.
Well, the reason they did that is purely because NFL switched over. NFL went into halftime. People switched over.
Was this the halftime segment then?
Yes.
Ah, that makes
So
sense.
Halftime
Unlike-
heat.
Unlike last week, where I think it was AJ Lee being beaten down by Paige and Lisa Fox,
Yeah,
they had something big this week.
and that's good. It caused a lot of talk on Twitter. Yeah, that's
I
Mike.
can tell Mike is really happy about this.
Stoked.
Mike's biased, and that's why I'm not gonna take his long sighs as a sign that this wasn't a good segment, because it was.
You going a longer one?
And just to say, for all the people who say that Rusev was buried, he was not buried. Rusev, he just took a couple hits to the face and got sent out to the ring. If Rusev was buried, he wouldn't have walked out on his own. Let's say that. What this segment did is, while it got The Rock over for whatever reason.
Joe, what reason is this?
He's here for something.
Yeah, he's just there. Since he's there, it put eyes on Rusev and Lana, and I hope this goes back to Big Show being like, you got your ass kicked by The Rock, and Rusev's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass right now, and takes out the Big Show. I hope that's what it's leading to, because that'll make Rusev really strong, especially when the Big Show is trying to get over on the fact of what The Rock did to Rusev. So that's what I'm hoping that's leading up to. I like this segment. I thought it was great. Whatever biased remark Mike has about it.
Mike, you can save the bad for the bad section. Mike,
Yeah, what did Mike think?
Yeah.
What was a good...
Mike Vick.
Well, Michael Vick taking over from Geno Smith. I'm kidding. Let me kiss him with the Jets.
Jesus Christ.
LOL
It's probably
Jets.
gonna happen. So
The good.
Nobody cares about the Jets. They still suck.
I
The
care.
good. The good. Well, you're in Indiana. You don't count.
Well, thanks, man.
Dean Ambrose. All of the segments. 10 out of 10.
Everything Dean Ambrose. I
Everything Dean
completely...
Ambrose.
Hot dog fart. 10 out of 10.
As predicted by Johnny from New Legacy.
Oh, that was great. Great timing, and that was such a phenomenal
That was
prediction.
That was nearly 2 hours. 2 hours before the actual thing happened as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They should have had. They should have showed Ambrose actually going to the Wonder Wheel and riding it.
Yeah, that would have been great, but I don't know
Just
how
him
they
sitting
would.
there with no reaction.
The only way they could have done that if they taped it, if they recorded those segments on Sunday when it was nighttime, because they were obviously, doing the show during the night. So maybe they just didn't think about it.
That would have been a lot better instead of him just riding the subway.
But I liked the opening segment. I thought that was a nice, until the Authority came in and decided to,
Fuck it, I'm getting a hot dog.
yeah. But the back and forth between Cena and Ambrose on that second segment was fucking great. And they're really creating the tension I want between Cena and Ambrose.
Alrighty, Jonesy, what did you like about tonight?
Das Rock.
Das Rock, and anything that's not The Rock, anything that we haven't said.
Yeah.
Let's see. What have we missed? The reaction for Sandow.
Yes. Ooh, John.
Oh my god.
Well, what I liked about this Raw...
No, I mean, do you have anything to add to the the Sandow reaction?
To the Sandow reaction, all I have to add to it is, thank you, Sandow, for giving me like 60 things to give, you motherfucker.
Making you work. Making you put in work.
So I didn't watch the first part of this Raw. I was asleep. I wasn't going to be here, but it's like, well, I don't know what kind of like shit, can't stay asleep. And so I came in during the Tyson Kidd Jack Swagger match,
I missed that. I was
And-
out.
and so it's like, there's nothing here to give. Out comes Mizdow, just stealing the show completely.
Yeah. It was such a great, and even their what was it? They had a small segment with Kane. I thought that was kind of entertaining for what they brought in a fruit basket and they were trying to, you know, make amends with the Authority, but obviously Kane was like, I see through your shit.
That's some stupid
I
shit
hate
trying there,
fruit.
boy.
Yeah.
On fruit.
So anything else that was good on Raw?
Oh yeah. What I thought was really good on Raw was I think the AJ and Paige stuff is getting better. Just kind of like to where she's still, messing with AJ to where she's like, "Hey, I'm still here. I still love you."
I love how they're battling with their best friends now.
Yeah.
With we saw a surprise return of Emma.
She got left
It was promptly
behind.
buried.
Yeah.
It was promptly buried.
They should have checked her before the match for any items on a person.
Contraband.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing I really liked about that was Emma getting kicked in the fucking face.
Oh, that was sick.
That was beautiful.
Those super kicks are looking better and better each week.
Yeah,
Goddamn Australians.
All right, John.
What I liked about this Raw was, along with everyone else, along with everything else that everyone else has mentioned, they showed another Wyatt family video, and this time they showed Rowan.
I completely forgot about this.
And how is it that when they're splitting, sounds like they're splitting up the Wyatt family, it's the time when they start giving the Wyatt family character development.
Yeah.
What logic is this? Because we've now learned that Rowan was bullied and people shunned him for being different, I guess.
He was like a
Ginger.
kid. That's how
Yes.
Wyatt put it. He was like a little child.
And she laughed at him.
Well, guess what? It's coming.
It's because he's ginger.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, pregnant Billy.
It's
And
coming.
also,
Oh, and the pregnant belly at the end.
was creepy.
Okay, there's some speculation around across some wrestling boards and stuff
It's the
that
Ascension.
it's the Ascension. That Wyatt's gonna bring in the Ascension.
That would make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I was kind of back and forth on that. I was thinking maybe a Brad Maddox, but he doesn't have that cool beard anymore.
No, instead he just hosts a news show of a kid.
Yeah, those are some weird fucking videos.
Like it's gonna be like an Armageddon baby or something.
I mean,
It could be Chucky.
Oh, don't tease me, Mike.
I mean, she's pregnant. It already came.
The only other person I could think
Heyo.
The only other person I could think of is Corey Graves, and Graves
No.
has the concussions and everything.
WWE
So
will never let him wrestle again.
yeah,
He is way too factual.
You
Factual.
know who's coming back? The Highlanders.
fuck off.
I'm ready.
Bobby,
I'm
and I'm
ready.
You know who's coming back? Guys, you know who's coming back? The Ministry of Darkness.
Guys, come on. We
Naked
all know
Midian?
who it is.
Yeah.
We all know who it is. It's
is it-
obviously going to be CM Punk. Come on. Come on.
The Ministry of Darkness, is it Bray Wyatt leading the Super Athletic Friends? Get it?
Oh.
That joke was so dark, a cop just shot it.
Oh.
Oh.
Shit. Are we in Missouri?
Anyway, it's time for the next news section. What's bad about this Raw?
Racism.
Racism. There was no racism on this Raw. So you shut your whole mouth.
Was there, John? Was there?
Are you sure?
Unless it was in the first half of the show, then no.
Probably was. JBL. Go Texas.
Oh yeah. But Greg, what did you find bad about this?
No. JBL isn't a racist. He's just stupid. There's a difference.
Greg, what did you find bad about this
I love
Raw?
shooting black people, Michael.
Um, what did I found bad about this Raw? I don't want to throw the obvious out there because that's gonna go to our
Fuck you.
ugly Katie. I'm gonna fuck it
It's
up so many
Don't spoil
times.
the name.
Okay, fine. I won't spoil it. But yeah, I'm not gonna throw the obvious there because that's gonna be for our last segment of Raw. I am gonna throw in the Brie Bella Summer Rae match. It was Brie Bella versus Summer Rae match, and the crowd did not give a shit by chanting Derek Jeter as loud as possible.
Who is that, by the way?
Derek
means
Jeter is the Yankees. He just baseball. He retired.
Oh, he took over to okay and hit that walk off in his
Yeah,
last home match.
Yep.
the single walk off.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one guy who played baseball for that one team.
Yeah.
Mike, what did you find bad about this Raw?
My bad. I'm gonna put my bad in my. Can I spoil the name? Because I want
No.
to lump it
No.
into
No.
one.
No, just
come
say-
on.
Just say
We're
secret segment.
we're probably not gonna talk about that segment until the last one.
Come on.
No, we're almost there, Mike. What else did you hate about this Raw?
There's one thing you must have hated about this Raw.
I'm just gonna give it away with one
Kathy
subliminal.
Lee.
Mike, you want me to give you
Gifted.
one?
What, Jonesy?
You want me to give you one, or
Sure, go ahead.
what about the El Torito Slater Gator match?
Oh,
I could tell us about that.
yeah. It was bad. It was bad. It was weird because I was sitting there and I was like, you know what's weird? We've had this feud before, but Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre are not there. Except they've been replaced by Titus O'Neil.
Hey,
Horror.
My
Like,
bad.
that's all that's changed. And I think that's what was so bad about it. I'm like, man, we lost Drew McIntyre and he was replaced by Titus O'Neil.
But we did get one redeeming thing about that match. Crowd. The crowd shit on that match
This
so
is
hard.
The crowd chant. This is stupid chants and more Derek Cheater chants, I believe.
It's
What are they
Derek
saying, Michael? I
Jeter.
don't understand.
Not Derek Cheater. What part don't you understand? There's no CH in Jeter.
Cheater.
He's
Derek
cheated,
Cheater?
Mike.
Derek Cheater.
Derek
Eric
Cheater.
Deer.
Is he still dating Tori Wilson?
Oh
No.
my god.
He never did.
Jesus freaking
Say it with me,
Christ.
Greg. Say it with me. Derek Jeter.
Derek
Cheater.
Cheater.
No.
Derek Cheetah.
Say it.
Derek
Say it.
Cheaterman.
Say it like you're spelling it with two E's in the front instead
Derek
of one E.
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Cheater.
English is terp. But anyway, my bad goes to Rock Rusev. Why?
Because you're coming from a very biased stance against The Rock, and I'm giving credit. I'm giving where credit is due, and that one, WB has kept this a secret as best as they can. I don't know if it got leaked like right before the segment started, but they kept it as closed as possible.
I don't care about it being a secret.
They teased the big show, and it was so good, and it got a great reaction from the crowd.
I'm not talking about it being a secret. I'm talking about the same corny jokes.
You're talking about the
Over.
Rock side of the segment.
over, yes, over and over
Yep.
and over.
Hey,
And
I-
I'm tired of the same stupid, corny jokes.
I like the
I'm
Moscow
like-
Street. I like the Moscow Streetwalker line.
He
No.
basically called her a whore. He called everybody a whore. I'm tired of the stupid, same, corny jokes that he does every single time.
and
with
he
some
kept on
new
calling
material.
he kept on calling Rusev
Thank
Chewbacca
husband.
or
You're
Wookiee.
welcome.
Chewbacca.
It's like the same thing where Cena mocks the heel, and then when the heel no sells his mocking, he gets all super serious.
Hey, Mox God.
He mocks God.
Uh,
The best part, Rusev no selling his bad jokes. Rusev
Yeah.
just stood there like, okay, This is the best you got.
Lana was probably creaming her pants when Brock called her beautiful.
I just wanted Rusev to super kick him right in the Adam's apple.
I think
Just
everyone did.
one. I know everybody did. They should have.
Yes.
Just kick him right in the throat so he can't talk anymore.
Anyways, John.
He'd probably do like 40 flips outside the ring and flop like a dead fish.
Anyway, Jonesy, what did you find bad about this Raw?
Johnsy.
Jones, eh?
Jonesy.
Anything?
Well, that may tell you, June.
Anything we haven't mentioned?
Is that what I'm going to mention?
Well, June. What did I tell you? Well, I guess I would give it to the El Torito Slater Gator match. That was pretty bad. I didn't see the Brie Summer match. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, aside from it's probably worth noting that Brie had her arm tied behind her back. What they were doing is that they're gonna put Brie in the same matches that they put Nikki in, and but Brie is actually gonna win. So,
And start all of Daniel Bryan's
retribution.
moves.
yeah. The only thing that the only offense that Brie got in was a running knee. That's
And
it.
that's Bryan's move.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Anything else, Jonesy?
Not off the top of my head.
I know what I'm going to mention. But Wesley, what did you find bad about this Raw?
Oh man.
I mean, minus the one thing I think everyone's going to talk about.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be safe for
We'll
the
talk about it,
super
don't
secret
worry.
last segment. I would have
Even
to
though it
give
wasn't
it.
last.
What?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, the last part of this three-parter. The Return of the Jedi of this.
Return of the shit.
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, shut up, Mike.
Revenge of the shit.
We want shit.
My bad part was Rusev actually speaking English.
Rusev?
You don't like that?
No, I don't know. It just kind of took me out of it.
He does
It's
get
like-
some pretty mean heat from it.
Yeah, but it's like, man, I like when you speak your fucking Hooga Booga language.
It's
Russian.
Russian.
Russian is
Hooga
Hooga
Not
Booga to me,
Hooga
Mike. I don't fucking understand.
It's all
any
Greek
of
to
it.
you.
Absolutely. But,
Racist.
dude, I hate white people. But yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way, and I didn't like it. It was bad. So
Alright, that's interesting. So,
Alright,
John, John,
Tell us more.
what did I find bad? Roman Reigns had
Tell
a
us.
Dear Satellite promo.
Ooh.
I'm totally surprised.
I'm Roman Reigns.
I am
feeling
on
good.
par with Orton with charisma.
There wasn't. It was shorter than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
It was like a
because
minute
it
and a
was-
half.
Completely pointless. There was no update there. He just said, I'm gonna come back.
He said he was going to be back sooner rather than later. Which tells me one thing.
He's back at Hell in a Cell.
He's either back at Hell in a Cell, or
SmackDown.
The night after.
or
Because that's how WWE works.
Yep.
either at Hell in a Cell, the night after Hell in a Cell, or the night after Survivor Series. Now, I do not want to see him until December. I would be happy if he came back in December, even though he was probably supposed to take another month off. I think it was like January was his supposed time, the 3-month sort of window. But I could see him being back at least around Survivor Series.
The WWE needs to bring him back so that Brock Lesnar can appear on Raw. There's no Paul Heyman tonight.
No Paul
Yeah.
Heyman, that's
No Paul
true.
Heyman.
And
We thought-
they were in the same area where he lives.
Oh yeah. It's not like he has to
He
fly
was on
out
the
there.
he was at Coney Island.
But
with, Ambrose.
they're definitely making the Seth Rollins feud the main event of Hell in a Cell. I don't see Lesnar working Hell in a Cell at all. That's just not going to happen. They don't have anybody in that position to take him on
I
again.
can't wait for John Cena to face Seth Rollins and win.
And get another shot at.
We'll get that
Lesnar.
we'll get that at the prediction show, John. Don't jump the horse yet.
Oh, I need to save my jokes, alright. So,
save it.
I think it's time, guys. I think it's time for a top secret segment.
Top secret segment.
Oh yeah.
Answer segment.
Now, Wesley, my fellow host,
Yes.
what would be if there was something so bad? What the hell would you name it?
I don't know. I mean, I want to say it would be the Adam Rose segment, but I don't
Yeah,
think. I think there's something worse though.
Yeah, I think it's like
Dallas?
TNA.
No.
I think it's what's the ugly Claire Lynch memorial segment of the night? Great go.
It is the Hoda and Kathy Lee segment starring
I don't know
Adam Rose and his Exotic Express.
who were dancing on the ramp, and that's about it.
I mean, technically, me and Wesley were right. It's just the Adam Rose segment.
Yeah, it is.
I'll-
That's probably what everybody's gonna pick.
Can I ask you
Before,
guys a question? What do you think possessed WWE to do this?
okay, before we jump into it, I'll say one thing. They didn't do as much shilling of breast cancer awareness
Yeah,
as
they did.
much. They said, we're here in support of the Susan G. Komen, and then they started drinking.
They
And
showed
that-
more about the wine than
They-
anything else.
They shilled the wine more than the breast cancer, in which I was a little fine with, because at least they weren't talking for... And notice one thing during that segment. They kept Adam Rose's music play through the entire segment.
Good God.
And when...
Which was to
and-
cover up all the booing.
Yes!
Because, oh my god.
Brooklyn was shitting all over them. The girls were trying not to sell it as much. Like, oh, what did we do? Like it's like don't talk about it. They're just gonna boo you, no matter what you do. And it was so they kept the music playing, and then they did this little weird shtick where they had Hoda dance her crazy dance is what they called it, and then Kathy Lee Gifford smacked her with the wine bottle, which broke, which I would love to have an explanation rather than it's a fake bottle, because those wine bottles are very, very hard.
Wesley,
Yep.
what reason do you think a wine bottle could break?
It's
Intoxication.
either very poorly made,
Or her ass is made of steel.
or it's
Yes.
very, very cheap, or she has a fake butt.
Yeah.
So the wine bottle's made in England.
Yeah, it's probably made in like Maryland or something.
It's made in Indiana.
More like you.
Dude, we make our bottles good. Like,
Or California, maybe.
the
That's where
soul-
they make up wine.
The souls of dead children go to Indiana.
They were made
absolutely,
in.
they do.
They were
We use
made.
them as fuel.
They were made in Colombia, where they made the glass out of cocaine shards.
No.
Dude, shout out to cocaine
Shards of
shards.
cocaine.
That just sounds
Anyways.
painful.
So yeah, this segment. What else did you guys think about it?
I fucking hate
They turned the music up.
They turned it.
The booing got so bad they turned up the music.
It's like, man, can we not make this more obvious that this fucking sucks?
They booed Kathy Lee Gifford for not doing the trust fall the first time around. Which
I would have booed her for turning on Regis.
Yeah, fuck her. She's a terrible person.
You left Regis and we were stuck with.
That's
poor
Kelly.
No, Kathy Lee turned on
Yeah.
Regis.
oh,
What?
That's why Regis got Kelly.
Yep.
What?
but Kelly was good.
And then
And Kelly
Regis
started slutting it up, so she.
Kelly was alright. Kathy Lee was a fucking.
and then Kelly turned on Regis, and then Regis turned on Kelly.
And then we got Michael and Kelly, or Kelly
And
and
now
Michael.
Kelly is stuck next to a bucktooth beaver.
Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
I do not understand a single word anyone said for the past 2 minutes.
That's fine.
It's about a talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could fit a cigarette in Michael Strahan's gap.
Yeah, you
He probably
can.
does. Dude, he probably blazes it up.
So, are we rounding ourselves?
He sticks 3 cigarettes in the gap and just starts puffing away without opening his mouth.
You wait.
He opens his
Tomorrow
mouth,
morning.
smoke goes
they're
right
gonna-
through his teeth.
Do you
wait,
think?
tomorrow morning they're gonna find like fucking 100 ounces of pot in one of his fucking cars? You fucking wait.
Do you think he could whistle through his gap?
Absolutely. He could probably shoot water out of it too, like a squirt gun.
Of course.
Wesley. They'll find
Yeah.
a knife to stab somebody with his teeth. Held the blade between his teeth and just stabbed somebody.
Dude, that'd be fucking
Oh,
impressive.
fuck. Yeah.
Dude, I would let him stab me if he did that. That's
I
fucking
don't.
impressive.
I don't want to see Michael Strahan using his head like a hammer, stabbing people.
Michael, what are you
something I don't
doing?
want to
I'm
see.
stabbing someone.
Utel titel damatito.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Let's move on.
Oh,
Move on.
and also, coinciding with this segment, they also announced new guest hosts for next week's Raw. John, who are?
You asking me who the fuck it was? All I know is her name, and I really don't know who she is.
They're gonna have the Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Right?
They're just having one person.
Yeah.
Nene Leaks.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never watched that show before.
Can we have a
John, over here in the States, we have 18 different housewife shows.
Two.
Two?
One's a porn.
What?
There's probably 3 that are porn, John.
Yeah, there's probably like 8.
There's also a Housewives of Horror show, which is fucking amazing.
Hell, any MILF porn is essentially
I
Housewives.
think they have a male version of this too.
Do they?
Dude, husbands of fucking
Some
Beverly
husbands of
Hills.
something,
I know,
yeah.
I know. Over here they have Housewives of Orange County and Housewives of LA, and I think Housewives of San Diego.
But is there a housewife of New York City?
There should
Yes, there's pretty sure there is. There's Housewives of Las Vegas. There's Housewives of
That's
Miami.
appeared in Housewife of New York.
There's Housewives of I don't know. I didn't even know
Orange
Atlanta.
County?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4. I think there's San Francisco as well.
Jennifer. Anyway,
Yeah.
so every week, or usually every week, depending unless everyone decides they're not here
Fuck
randomly,
off. Yeah.
we have wrestling night, and what we do is we watch wrestling, and we
Porn.
watch Ring of Honor, NXT, this other shitty reality show that I will not mention by name, and maybe something else. And this week we watched a ISW
That's
match.
something else.
Now there is a reason why we watched an ISW match is because it's pretty much confirmed now. I just need to get his Skype. We are gonna have Rachi King,
Michael Ross.
Michael Raj, who is the head booker, I believe, and the owner of ISW. He's
God.
going to be joining us
Oh, God.
next week to talk about Slamtasia 5.
Fantasia 5.
We're gonna have him on the show. I'm gonna try to get some other guys booked, but that's gonna keep a secret because I'm not too confirmed to it yet. But yes, we are gonna have him on next week to talk about Slamtasia 5, which is gonna be phenomenal. And actually we're gonna spend some time and watch Trapped in a Closet, which was their last show this coming wrestling night. But we did watch a match on their YouTube, which was a
A coloured toy block death match between
Yes.
Addy Star and Shitty.
Yes.
And well, let's actually start wrestling like the way we started it with we watched Ring of Honor.
Yes, we did watch Ring of Honor.
And moving on to NXT.
Hold on. They showed off Cedric Alexander's new gimmick, which is like a preacher gimmick. He has like this cool black robe, and he comes out. Looks a lot better now than he was portraying himself a while ago. Like originally, I used to get Cedric Alexander and Caprice Coleman mix up for some odd reason.
racism?
But now with the preacher gimmick, I kind of like what they're doing with him now.
Words.
And what else was on that show?
We had the four-way match between Bennett, Michael Bennett,
ACH,
ACH, the dude from the decade, I can't remember his name. Anyway.
BJ Whitmer.
VJ Whitmore, and a random victim.
A random who?
A random victim.
Silas Young.
Yes.
Are you having trouble remembering these names, John?
I'm having trouble remembering Ring of Honor wrestlers' names at the moment.
It was an alright match from what I can remember. ACH came out with the win, I believe.
BJ Whitmer is a pile driver away from being paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, they teased that spot again.
Yeah, they teased it a bit between Bennett and Whitmer. He's like, oh, that pile driver thing. Oh, that let's not think about that anymore. I like that they're selling it a bit.
It should have happened again.
And then he fucking punches him in the neck.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And after that, we had the decade killing Josh Alexander and Ethan Owens.
Yeah.
No, that was more of them. That was more of them killing the decade, and then the decade going, nope.
Nope, yeah. Because they had that incredible tag team move.
Because those dudes were dominating towards the end.
Yeah, they were. Those guys. I hope I see more of them.
They did a attitude adjustment into a sit-out powerbomb tag team move. It was incredible.
ROH is really working on that
tag division.
They recently just I'm gonna try to bring it up right here. They recently just brought in a new tag team. Of the names.
Raymond Ramon's leg and Hansen.
They recently brought in a new tag team. They are. Hold on, I'm currently bringing it up right now. I believe it's Grey Wolf and Red Scorpion, and these dudes are monster. Like these two, I would the best way I can describe them are they're like the new Road Warriors, but they have, rather than like a post-apocalyptic look to them, they have like a right out of the jungle monster look. Like they're tribe-ish kind of. They're cool. I look them up. I can't remember their tag team name, but Grey Wolf and Red Scorpion. These guys look fucking massive.
They look like
alright.
What WWE would like, you know.
And Rhett Titus looks like Enzo Amore.
SAWFT.
Soft. Going into NXT.
Red Titus is better than Enzo Amore, so.
We have to mention what the main event match actually was. It was Lethal versus Coleman.
I hate Jay Lethal so much.
Yeah, I don't understand what Lethal is doing anymore in the ring.
Yeah, I don't even know why he's still tag television champion. If ACH didn't miss his fight that night and he would have won the television championship, I would have been so happy. But the fact that they're not going along with it, it's just prolonging this championship reign that I don't give a shit about. And the House of Truth has turned into like this terrible, like uninteresting gimmick where they're all dressed in red and shit and look more like what James Storm looks like on TNA with that devil sort of innuendo.
Devil.
Yeah. So, I mean, of course, I liked it when it was Matt Taven and the Hoopla Hotties, but.
I'm looking at this picture of this Red Scorpion dude. He looks like Tatanka.
I know, right? Look up Grey Wolf as well. Those two together look fucking beast-like. They're a part of the Monster Factory, which is just like it's a wrestling promotion where they have a lot of big guys. John, 2 came from that 40-year-old Southern black guy who has the body of like a bigger rock.
So NXT.
Let's talk about it.
How does NXT open, guys?
I forgot.
Bayley versus Charlotte.
That's right. It's somewhat of a championship week, but not really.
Not really, because
they decided to cut that segment, which was weird.
Yeah.
Because originally what was supposed to happen was supposed to be Charlotte and Bayley, the Ascension versus Lucha Dragons. But I think that happened last week.
The week. Yeah, they made that the main event.
Yeah, and then it was supposed to be Neville and Kid, but they changed it up on us, which sucks. Oh well.
Gotta keep those smarks guessing.
Yeah. So, John, how'd you
Shut
like
up,
that
Fish.
opening match?
It was good, not as good as the match at Takeover 2, Takeover Harder.
Take over harder.
Take over.
Take harder.
Lucha Boogaloo.
Lucha Boogaloo!
I mean,
Buckaroo.
Charlotte's figure 4 is very good, actually.
It's not a figure 4 anymore. It's a figure 8.
It's figure 8
Oh.
when she bridges it. It's still a figure 4, but once she bridges it, it's a figure 8.
Know your terminology.
You know your terminology.
You shut your mouth.
Get
Fight
shit
me,
on.
Michael. Fight me.
What? I would, but you live in a sucky country.
I'll come to you then.
Oh shit.
Do you want that?
How
Do you
much
want
would you
that-
like to Baltimore?
Do you want that, June?
What?
June.
John with an H.
Juan?
Joe.
Do you want?
The Grudge. Juan the Grudge.
I want the grudge. I want the grudge.
Yeah, I'm done for the rest of the show now.
Yeah, let's Mike, how did you find this match?
I see.
It sucked.
I mean, alright then. Greg, how did you find the match?
I thought the match was okay.
Shut.
Definitely, again, like what you said, it was definitely not as good as their match at Takeover 2. But, you know, Charlotte is improving.
Foggy.
Every time I see her wrestle, and she gets to wrestle the likes of Natalia and Bayley, and sooner or later she's going to start wrestling Sasha Banks. She's been wrestling Becky. She's improving with all these actually really good divas who know how to wrestle, and she's definitely understanding. And I think when they bring her in, and to start wrestling Paige on the main stage and AJ Lee on the main stage, I think she's definitely going to be one of the better divas that we have. She is going to be a big diva. In the likes of just like how much influence she's going to bring. Being a Flair and everything is really going to help that, but she is just, I don't know, every week I feel like, damn, this ugly bitch is just getting better and better.
Jesus Christ.
If only she had that mole surgically removed, I think she would be phenomenal. But she is improving every week I see her, and I think she's just going to be great. I have all hopes for her that
She
she's
sucks
going
because Greg ruined her.
to... and hopefully they start pulling the trigger on this triple threat at the next TakeOver event.
Takeover 3. Never take again.
Take over 3, take harder.
I wonder what they're going to call the next TakeOver, because this one was... It was TakeOver and then TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, and then...
Takeover, the indie show, featuring such talents as Kenta, El Generico,
And Mojo Rawley.
Pac, Mojo Rawley.
Kevin?
I don't
Chloe.
get. Hey, Mike, are you hyped?
Yeah, I'm so hyped right now.
Get hyped!
Dozing off.
What else happened, John?
What else happened this NXT? Well, I'll tell ya. We had the Ascension kill Hideo Itami.
Ah,
Uh,
that's right.
Rip in peace. He's dead.
Yeah.
No more chinking it up.
That's a
Wow.
that's a back and forth that's gonna happen for a couple weeks.
Racism.
Remember the 6th of November.
Oh my
Because
god.
the 6th of November is gonna be awesome for NXT.
Greg.
Just throwing that out for everybody.
Greg.
What?
Don't use my country's history to advertise your shitty
Greg.
wrestling.
Your country's history? You mean like
Remember
your
the 1st of August.
your country's fake history in a movie that was really good?
That wasn't fake history. He literally tried to blow up Parliament.
Gunpowder Plot happened November 5th,
Yeah.
1605. Guy Fawkes. You
Dumb
fucking
cunt.
idiot. I'm gonna come over and give you a history lesson.
That's bad, Greg. I don't even live there and I know that.
So John with an H. How you gonna get there?
Airplane.
Oh.
Durka Durka.
I'm gonna hijack an airplane.
John.
Oh.
Well, you're going to jail. You had a good run.
I had a
You
good
hear
run.
that
I don't
tapping
have
in your window? That's the NSA.
Yep.
They want to
Hi,
come in and say,
NSA. How
They wanna say
are
hi.
you floating in the air?
One of these days, John's gonna go really quiet from Skype chat, and then we're gonna get like a breaking news report on TV. And
I believe John.
crazy
I believe-
British man has hijacked the 737. And we're gonna be like, oh, well, John's on the run.
It's heading straight to LA to find one person.
We're gonna get a report that a local British man was arrested for making a hijacking joke in a Skype call.
"Only yes, this is
Boys,
Stephen
why is
Johnson
that
with
black
BBC
bag
One. A young
beside
man
my
by the name
house?"
of John Joe has been arrested by the American NSA. More news at 5.
At 6, by the way. The news is at 6.
And then they start showing
Okay.
soccer highlights.
No, because that's too soon. They only show football highlights at the 10 o'clock news.
Oh my god.
And now Top Gear.
This is when that prick with that other fella.
So what did you guys think about our night?
I wonder if I'll sound up.
Hello. Oh
What are we, Monty Python now?
no. I'm not dead. Yes, you are.
So after
This
Hideo
episode of the
Itami
British segment brought to you by Wendy's.
Wesley, best Monty Python movie.
That would be the Holy Grail.
What's this?
All right.
I'm afraid I have to
It's just
disagree
a
with you.
flash mob.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna disagree with you as well.
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian's pretty fucking
It's a
good.
very naughty boy.
But I mean, it's comparing one bar of gold to another bar of gold.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And well, after Hideo Itami got raped by the Ascension,
Boo.
Right.
we had another one of those Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy, and Carmella videos that Greg.
Boo.
It was the same one they showed last week.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it
I
was.
checked. It wasn't.
How was that? I've seen that segment before though, where they wrestled in the ring and Carmella gets the best of Enzo at the end. Yeah, I've seen that before
Stop.
last week.
I have a question for you.
What?
Was there Nair involved?
No.
Why are you asking that?
Because that's the joke. Because Greg didn't understand the Nair.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
How am I
I'm
supposed to
laughing.
know what Nair is?
Because the
You
fucking hair
watched-
came off the dog.
You were like, everyone should watch this. This is a great segment.
I didn't see the hair coming off the dog. That was something I did not see happening. I thought they were just spilling whipped cream on the dog. I don't know.
Why would you put whipped cream on a dog?
Or just shaving cream.
Name all over the dog.
Like
Greg.
eating a dog, it's weird.
Greg,
Yes.
I've just checked again. That Carmella video did not air last NXT.
Bullshit. We're gonna have to
What
go back and
happened- what
rewatch that
happened
second
last-
week.
What happened that last NXT was they had the treadmill segment, and Enzo fell off a treadmill.
It's because he's soft.
Enzo fell off a
What?
treadmill?
Yeah.
Fucking got it.
Jesus Christ.
I probably didn't see that segment. That's weird. I don't remember him falling off a treadmill.
Well, that's what actually happened last week, so
Okay, whatever. Let's move on.
let's move on. After the Enzo, Carmella, Colin Cassidy video, we had Baron Corbin versus Troy McClure.
Woo.
It's Troy McClane, I know.
John
His
Come
last
here.
match in NXT because he was let go before this aired.
My
Ripping
phone
bass.
sucks.
Because he looked pretty cool. Don't know what his gimmick was.
His gimmick was a motivational speaker.
Oh my fucking god, that'd been great.
He came out with a blazer and a nice microphone around his head, and he would talk. It was almost like the Abraham Washington gimmick.
So you Simon Dean.
Simon Dean, Jesus Christ, did he come out on a Segway as well?
No.
I hope.
Oh, 0 out
Shut
of
up.
10. Should have. On with Mike, should have.
I got really scared because I thought you guys were talking about Baron Corbin getting released. I was like, no.
Hey Greg,
You like that?
have you used
I've-
the Simon
yes.
system yet?
The what?
Have you used the Simon system yet, you fat Jew?
You?
Mike, if anybody in here needs a Simon system, it's you.
You fucking miser.
Seeing how you are a
Fucking
fat ginger.
Muslim.
What?
So John, let's move on.
Did you call him a fat Muslim?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Muslims are black people, Jewish people, and Muslims.
After this, we had the Vaudevillians versus Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger, aka Matching Gear.
Is that their tag team name?
It is now.
Guys,
Awesome.
our gear matches. What should we call ourselves? Matching gear.
Want to know something sad? I'm thinking that they're probably breaking that tag team up.
Stupid.
Which sucks because they're so good. Apparently, Ty Dillinger is working the house shows as a card magician.
So Gambit.
So like yeah, maybe Gambit. He comes out with a deck of cards and he does tricks, and
Oh, man.
apparently it's really good.
Oh man, you know what else was really good? A hacker gimmick.
Oh, Mike's so salty about Solomon Crow, yet we haven't seen anything from him since.
Because it's never gonna happen.
Because he injured his leg.
Apparently, had the last house show he was on, he was doing some singing gimmick.
Some what gimmick?
A singing gimmick. He came
Who
in with
was?
like an acoustic guitar. Solomon
Oh.
Crow.
Oh my
Dude, he's gonna be
god.
every
Wasn't that someone
college
else's
douchebag.
gimmick?
That was Isla Sampson, but
Yeah, that was Isla Sampson's gimmick.
but he
It's
wasn't
like,
but he wasn't singing. That was a part of his entrance that he came out with an acoustic guitar and looked like a badass.
Wonder how many times he played Wonderwall.
I fucking hate Wonderwall.
I like Wonderwall.
Of all the
You fucking
Oasis songs.
would.
It was just overplayed too much.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm pretty big into music. I know Wonderwall and Time of Your Life by Green Day.
there's a joke from the Green Day one that I just don't get, but
Because Green Day was like the same thing with Oasis. Early Green Day was good, but like all the hipsters came on when it was like their later crap.
oh,
It's because their later crap got too political.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. I'm the only person. Anyway,
That's beside the point.
That's good, John.
we had
You really are the only
Maybe.
person who cared about that album or that song or whatever.
we had the main event next. Tyson Kidd Last Chance match.
Yes, this was a good match. If Tyson loses this match, he doesn't get a championship shot as long as Neville's champion.
I mean,
So-
that's going to end by December, so.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Whew. I don't know. What did you think, John?
I thought that the moment of the night was happened in this NXT here match when the crowd started chanting Frodo at Neville.
Did
Please
they?
tell me. Yes.
Oh,
Everyone
I
missed
must
it
have
but
missed
me,
that.
apparently.
I mean, there was. I mean, I want to talk about some of the spots. One of the spots Kid applied the triangle choke with an armbar, but Neville was able to turn it around and do It says here a Rampage Jackson like power bomb, but it was like just a straight sit down power bomb.
A Rampage Jackson like power slam.
That's what it says right here. Rampage Jackson like power bomb.
What do they know what Rampage Jackson's power bomb looks like? Because he's never done one.
I don't know. That's
Are
what
we absolutely sure that he's never done one?
He might do one in Bellator. We need to
That's
track
not,
the
that's,
arm.
not a, that's not a power bomb.
Jackson, I'm looking this
A
up.
power bomb is where you have their legs sitting on your shoulders and then throw them to the mat.
Tyson
Oh.
Kidd hit a snapmare, flipped into a neck breaker. I think it's code blue.
Craig, would you like my voice?
Yes, I would like your voice.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Was it the Blue Light Special?
I thought you were gonna say something. One of the things that happened, Titus O'Neil was actually sitting at ringside for this match, and
Black man.
one of the gifts that are flowing around, if you haven't seen NXT, was Sami Zayn just coming out of nowhere and just blasting O'Neil with a haluva kick. and Titus just goes fucking. He flips over the barricade and it's just great bump from him. And the crowd went nuts when that happened. The vessel. Neville reversed by dropping Kid face first onto the mat before following with the red arrow for the win. And Neville retains his championship, which was great. 12-minute match. Awesome. Tyson Kidd does not get a new championship. That's how they new championship, a title shot, and that's what Eden Styles announced at the end before closing the show. Yeah, it was a really good TNA episode. I mean,
TNA.
This was a great TNA episode.
That was an insult. This was a great NXT episode.
I fucking knew it, Wesley. I knew he did a powerbomb.
Mm-hmm. See, I looked this shit up. I
Thanks for doing it, because I was too lazy.
Yep.
So yeah, that's. Oh, and then Total Divas.
Yeah,
Woo!
totally.
People hate each other. That one's a slut.
The only thing I can remember from this episode.
Josie's fucking stoked.
Just gonna say, I don't care about Naomi and her stripper pole, or Rosa Mendez trying to make out with Natalia because Tyson Kidd's neglecting her. Or why am I remembering all of this?
Here. I think it's better to explain people why we're watching Total Divas. The reason why we were watching Total Divas is to get Strike, who is a somewhat regular on the podcast, not as recently, but to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. It is a deal we have that we would watch the entire season of Total Divas, and Strike.
A cat in the background?
And Strike has to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling for an entire year. That is the current deal we have with Strike.
He's not gonna watch the rest. He's not gonna watch it for a year. I can tell you that right now.
Nah, I'll make him. I have faith in Strike.
He's gonna watch up to Wrestle Kingdom and that's it.
I gotta link him Destruction Day too, though.
He's gonna watch up to Wrestle Kingdom and that's it.
No,
I mean that's still quite long.
He's gonna watch up until Total Divas Season 3 ends.
Maybe I can see that happening. I can see Total Divas being done and Strike being like, well, if Total Divas done, then I can stop watching. But
YOLO.
I remember specifically saying that the deal was for a year, and he even agreed to that.
It's not gonna last.
We'll see. We'll see.
Right now.
We'll see. I'm currently working Strike to where it could possibly happen. Anyways,
not gonna happen.
John.
Nope. Me.
Dirt sheets.
Dirt sheets. Well, I have one thing to say before we completely skip over Total Divas.
Oh, okay.
Midway during the Total Divas show, they had on these new scroll bar about take the Total Divas quiz. Greg told me to take it. I took it. I'm really angry with who I got because I did not answer her once. I got Eva Marie.
John, you suck.
He does.
My answers were, I like being naked, something else, and I like being naked, and I got Eva Marie.
You should have gotten Rosa Mendez.
Are you gonna drink bleach now or later?
I've already drunk bleach.
Nice.
My British healthcare fixed me.
Nice.
My healthcare fixed me.
And by
my healthcare exists.
By British healthcare.
Hey, our healthcare exists. It's expensive though.
By British healthcare, he means a lot of battery acid.
He just drank a lot of milk. It evened him out.
Yep, banana milk.
Anyway, it's time for sheets of dirt.
Yes.
I suppose we should start the big thing.
I don't know what that was.
And
I was doing the Guile thing.
John's BBC News report of the night.
Wade Barrett's not really British.
Oh, that's disappointing.
AJ Lee is pregnant? Bringing it back.
Did you know Karma's pregnant? Did you know Karma lost weight?
Dude, I saw a fucking... Okay, real fast. I saw this fucking sick gif of Sarah Del Rey fucking doing one of her moves on her. It was nice.
Yep.
Oh, that was good.
Anyway.
By the way, shout out to a TNA Impact ad airing the other night.
Gross.
Impact, Bound for Glory.
Wow.
Yeah.
They aired an ad for Bound for Glory.
I know, it's really surprising. I was confused. I thought the world was coming to an end.
I wasn't even watching Spike TV.
And then they also add, well, okay, John's BBC News report tonight goes to this. As noted earlier, Ring of Honor announced today that Michael Elgin will be returning to Ring of Honor at this Saturday's ROH live event in
Oh,
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
this is
Something
stupid.
apparently went wrong between the two sides as Elgin has quit the company. Elgin wrote on his Twitter, at Ring of Honor, I said this on our call. Thank you for getting me back home, but an article doesn't fix lies and damage done. I quit.
I think this will work.
See, you say it's work, that means RH has done a third I quit storyline in about 4 months.
Yeah.
Spoilers, he's joining the kingdom.
Granted, the ROH booking hasn't been so great, anyways.
Anymore.
It has to be a work. I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. It's
Who quits over Twitter?
yeah, that's
Lots of people apparently quit over Twitter.
Bitchy
Marty
little
O'Donnell was
girls.
fired over Twitter. From Bungie.
This isn't a video game podcast, this is wrestling.
Yeah, I was giving an example. Jesus Christ, let me be.
and where
Triggers.
where
Focus
else
on your
Small.
examples.
where else is
Small.
Elgin? Where else in the wrestling
Where-
world is Elgin actually gonna make as much money as he does in Ring of Honor?
Japan.
WWE.
New Japan doesn't want him. They've already said it. They wanted Adam Cole.
Then Noah.
If he wants to go fucking spend his days in Noah, I guess that's okay.
I hope he goes to WWE.
GFW.
Yeah, the only one I can think of is being him being the face of GFW, and that's it. That would be terrible.
That'd be terrible because GFW still doesn't have to eBay. He just has his own pay-per-view
Yeah,
that isn't theirs.
yeah. Well, technically, it's theirs, or it's a partnered.
No.
Yeah.
It's New Japan's. They're just promoting it.
Yeah,
It's not theirs.
but they're promoting it.
But it's not.
Anyways, John, let's move on.
Anyway, so other wrestling news, Dolph Ziggler lost his IC title.
Yeah, but they found it.
Thanks to
Right.
fucking United Airways.
Yeah,
They found it in Canada. Michael Elgin had it.
Asian Christian hosted a 15th anniversary special for SmackDown.
Yeah, on the network this week, it's the 15th anniversary of SmackDown, and started doing SmackDown Week. So they have all this hype behind it, especially for an Edge and Christian hosting it. And I think they have a special as well.
But guess what? The booking won't be good.
What?
We'll see about
The
that.
booking for SmackDown won't be good this week.
I think it will.
I think it won't.
I think it'll be pretty good for
Nah.
for a 2-hour episode. It's not going to be a marathon like Raw is every week.
Yeah, it's just gonna have the same thing Raw does every week.
We'll
like
see.
It does, like it does now.
WWE usually mix things up with the anniversary or the special shows. They don't.
I can't
usually
wait for
go
Dean
by-
Ambrose to DDT John Cena in the middle of the ring on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I know, right?
I can see the Wyatt family wrestling in like a.
Who?
Anyways,
The what family?
What?
There has been a lot of speculation lately about Steve Austin working more with WWE and possibly returning to the company at WrestleMania 31 or even WrestleMania 32. PW Insider confirms that there has been talks within WWE of Austin having a greater role within the company next year. No word on what kind of role that could be. We noted this week that Austin casually mentioned on a recent podcast that he is training for a comeback. I am calling it right now.
CM Punk.
I'm probably
CM
gonna.
Punk.
I'm
CM Punk.
I'm-
CM Punk.
I'm probably gonna be wrong about this, but I don't care because I would be happy if it happened, and I would be indifferent if it didn't happen. Austin is going to be the new general manager of Raw after the Authority storyline is over.
You know what? As long as he doesn't turn heel, absolutely fine with it.
I think he'll be face.
No, Austin's gonna be the guy who goes against the Authority.
He's gonna be Sheriff Austin.
Yeah, it'll be like Sheriff Austin again.
The Authority will still.
What?
The Authority will always exist. Austin will just be the face guy against them.
No,
Yeah,
he's not gonna be doing anything. It'll be like Vince comes back and authority has lost all control, just like Vince did when he got fired, even though he didn't lose that much control.
Oh, everyone in the authority is fired,
He'll just
including Orton,
he'll just be
especially
like
Orton.
he'll just be like the authority is still going to be a thing, but they're not going to have as much power as they did. And
Do you think
then,
Orton's ever taken a shit in Vince McMahon's briefcase?
no,
Probably. Absolutely.
maybe Michael's Hayes' briefcase,
Maybe his hat.
maybe his
So he probably had poop stains on his white robes then, right?
Are we really
Yeah.
debating who Randy Orton took a dump in?
yes.
He pooped in Michael Hayes. He pooped in Vince McMahon. He pooped in, I don't know, Alicia Fox, probably.
He probably pooped on Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson liked it.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's in a fecal play.
Yeah.
That's his deal.
Anyways, John, what else happened on the dirt sheets?
What else happened on the dirt sheets? Greg, don't you know what happened on the dirt sheets?
Dude, I know what happened on the
The
dirt
Miz
sheet.
and Morrison reformed?
No, I'm afraid not, Mike. Bloody... They changed Damien Sandow's name. He's now officially Damien Mizdow.
Oh, looking at the time, I think we're good to go into our pop up and botch.
Great.
I am saving your ass, John. Don't worry.
Yeah, I did not. I've gone through dirt sheets. It's like nothing really to talk about.
Otherwise, things got big news next month.
Oh yeah. I bet you there's a lot to talk about, but
He's gonna re-sign with TNA.
I'm not seeing it.
He's going to New Japan.
I'm going to New Japan. Seriously, I'm being signed out tomorrow.
Oh, there is one thing I want to throw out there. William Regal
New Japan.
is going to be looking over some training. It's a tryout camp in New York and in Philadelphia, which is on SmackDown tomorrow. And
You know who lives in New York now?
Candice LeRae! Oh shit, brother! We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
It's not going to happen.
Well, okay.
Nope.
I think Candice living in New York is maybe not happening. I think she moved in with Johnny Gargano. So I don't know where Gargano's living right now.
In Cleveland, probably.
Probably.
Oh, so it's good for her that she moved to New York.
But she was in New York around she was in New York for the FWE show where she won the women's championship. Spoiler if anybody watches FWE.
And you haven't
Nobody
watched the
watches WWE.
So
I mean,
she was in New York around that time when WWE came in. So it could potentially she could have gone there for the tryout.
Guys, can I interrupt just with this worldwide trend on Twitter I've just seen? Justin Bieber hot videos.
Oh, God.
What?
Gonna link Mike to all these videos.
All right, John, do you want me to do this part?
You're doing
Yes.
your band from the group.
Yeah. All right, kids and Cadillacs, we've got to the part of the night where we do our pop, our flop, and our botch. And to start us off tonight, we will go with one half of this fucked up Hydra. John.
Alright,
cut off
thank
one of your
you,
hands
other
and we get
podcast
two more
parts
hosts.
of this Hydra. My pop goes to Tottenham for winning yesterday. My flop goes to Jules Bianchi dying. I mean, he's not dead yet, but...
Wow.
He's probably going to die, though.
Wow. My
And
flop goes to a dead man.
And my botch goes to Michael. Yeah, it goes to Michael.
Good talk.
Who the fuck is what?
Yeah,
I don't
you
even
should
know.
Mike.
Oh, that
Oh.
Mike. Okay. That
Cal.
fat Muslim guy. All right,
Yeah.
good show, John. Good show.
Oh.
I
Next.
don't know if that was him praising Allah, him sucking a dick, or him eating a hot dog.
It was praising Allah.
All right,
Oh,
up
do you have a
next.
hot dog or a dick in your mouth?
Whoa,
I
whoa,
learned from your mother.
whoa. All right.
I've seen your wrong pictures.
Jesus Christ. All right, my turn. My first pop goes to the New England Patriots for doing what I said they were going to do on Friday. Because they fucking beat the Bengals yesterday.
Shut up, you skinny
The
Joe.
Benja.
The Benjalas.
The Benjalas.
The
Are they still
Bungles.
unbeaten?
Nope. There is no unbeaten teams in the
The
NFL now.
Bengalis.
The Broncos
Oh.
and the Patriots saw to that. So,
Steroids.
Good job, Broncos. You son of
it's
a bitches.
fantastic. 10 out of 10. My second pop goes to me winning in all 3 of my leagues this week, and for me literally shoving my foot completely up Duck's ass with a whopping score of 158.4 to 90.58.
Thank
So
you, Wesley.
Is Duck now our punk
Yes.
because he walked out?
Yep.
But we still talk about him.
Yep.
Okay.
My flop.
Not willingly. We don't talk about it because he's in fantasy football. We kind of have to.
Duck is more of the Rey Mysterio. Like
He's always injured.
he wants to go somewhere else, but Duck, we're not letting him.
Why aren't we letting him? Let him go. I can have his team then.
Let it go. Let it go.
Wait, let him go. Where's he gonna go? He has nowhere else
He's
to
gonna go to New Japan.
Okay, let's stop talking about Duck.
My flop goes to the Baltimore Ravens because
Hey.
I wanted them to beat the Colts and they didn't. Joe Flacco, you let me down. You hurt my heart.
Thank God too, because I was about to listen to Mike. He's like, "Oh, Mike, what'd you think about the Colts Ravens game?" And he's like, "You think the Colts are gonna win?" He's like, "Psh, the Colts."
No,
Beef,
Greg.
what the fuck are you smoking?
Greg, we needed this. We needed the Colts to lose because they're the Colts, and I hate them.
Fuck
Drop
you!
the
I needed the
Colts.
points, so let's go
Fuck.
Colts.
My flop, my pop, and then
My team's
no, my pop, my
Suck
flop, and my botch. My botch goes
your
two.
botch.
Botch goes to.
Don't hurt yourself.
Man, I had a good one.
myself.
Botch, and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, my botch goes to Greg.
What did I do?
That's
And
the best botch.
my botch goes to Greg and Adam Rose because they're both terrible things.
That so hurtful. I didn't do anything.
Just spitting that venom. Alright.
Jonesy.
Jonesy, you're next.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
Shut up, watch, mate. Swear on me, mum. If you don't
Yeah,
do
fuck.
this, I'll fuck you up.
You'll have to come over here. Get passport and all. Then you'll have to find me in this desolate land we call Wyoming.
What? Jonesy's saying a very intimate.
I'll just
Poem.
hide in the mountains. I'll be waiting for you, John.
Jonesy's fucking waxing poetically over here.
I'm waxing something.
Whoa.
Yes.
Dude, what are you doing on your hands and knees?
Oh.
Jonesy's hands are firmly under his desk. We don't know why.
Because I'm an itch.
It's
Anyway,
it's Tourette's.
He has a stroking itch.
Ass, pussy.
All right, pop up watch, Jonesy.
Pop goes to Rock returning because fuck you, Mike.
I know, right? Mike,
Pop
would you
goes
wait?
to-
Hold on. I want to ask something. Mike. Would you rather sit through a 10-minute Rock promo or a 10-minute Roman Reigns promo?
I'd rather go play in traffic blindfolded.
The half Samoan
was it.
or the Samoan?
that was an option.
It's my option.
All right, Jonesy, move on.
Wow. What kind of traffic?
Indian traffic,
Heavy traffic. Rush hour.
Nigeria traffic.
Interstate or
Yes, interstate.
Lost traffic.
let's-
Crazy taxi.
A roundabout traffic.
Yes,
Those
cul-de-sac.
are assholes.
Cul-de-sac
you
traffic.
should stay. Come to Wyoming. Come to Wyoming. We have stretches of interstate that go to 80 miles an hour. That'll be fun for you.
Or you could be the second person to be critically injured in an F1 traffic.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna run into a racetrack.
No, a JBS. That'd be better.
Hey,
JCB, you motherfucker, not JBS.
JBL.
TBS. Very
JCB.
funny.
You guys were saying JBS's all night last night.
No, I'm saying JCB.
Did
That's
you?
all I said.
Does it get me on the TBS
Did
network?
I accidentally write
Very
JSB?
funny.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Uh,
my flop goes to Mike because he wants to play in traffic, and my botch goes to that entire segment that gave everyone their breast cancer.
oh, we didn't even mention when WWE started naming out people from the audience as well. They had that weird like
It had someone
5-minute
come out that I've
segment
never
with Lawler.
heard of.
Yeah, John Jett. Was it Jonah Jett
Joan Jett?
or
What?
Joan Jett? Who
Joan
was
Jett.
it? Was that not Joan
Can't be
Jett?
Joan Jett.
I must be.
When was this?
It was the segment with Lawler and then Cena came out and it was the blonde chick. It was at the end, right before the main event.
I don't remember what her name was.
Whatever. Yeah, there was that
Some
weird
cunt.
segment. Anyways, who's next?
If it was Bond, it wasn't Joan Jett.
Anyways, John, who's next?
Who's next?
Yes.
What if that would be Maggle?
You're next!
Calm down, Goldberg.
Mike, go.
My pop goes to the Baltimore Orioles for sweeping the Detroit Tigers yesterday.
Boo.
Beautiful, beautiful game. I loved every minute of it.
Boo.
My flop goes to John Harbaugh and Gary Kubiak. Autistic midget could have coached that game better.
Whoa.
And
I like baseball.
Mike, have you ever seen an autistic midget before?
no, I haven't. They're probably terrifying.
Hornswoggle?
He doesn't
Imagine-
have autism.
imagine-
He's just retarded.
Imagine an autistic midget dressed like a clown.
Oh, God, we have nightmares.
So I'll be imagining Jimmy.
Imagine an
No, that would be a black autistic midget.
Whoa. We are being terrible people right now.
Racism.
Alright,
It's a racism. I
who's
thought
next?
Jimmy was an autistic midget.
And I have a couple botches.
Oh.
Part 1 goes to all you idiots.
Yay!
Just cause.
Yay.
Part 2 goes to California for having crappy sports teams.
They all suck.
You know what's a real botch? Climate change.
California.
Wah wah, my water. Sheena, get me my
California.
water.
It's really shitty.
It hasn't rained in California. We've had less than an inch of rain, at least where I live. In like 2 years.
All of California's sports teams, except for like the Dodgers and the Chargers, are pretty bad.
And then
Yep.
we have then we have the Niners and
The
the
Angels
Angels.
and Angels.
And,
the
and the
Angels got swept.
Kings and the
Well,
Ducks.
the Angels got swept, so
How's
Yeah,
that
they
LA
can't-
football team going for you?
yeah. How's the Angels
We
baseball team
want
going for you?
football.
Oh, Mike. Hey, Mike. The Angels get a better record than
Hey
others, Mike.
guys!
Hey, Mike.
Hey
Hey, Mike.
guys! Hey
The-
guys! The
the
Ravens!
Angels-
The Ravens and the
Angels-
Celtics and all these other
The
shitty games.
Celtics.
The Celtics.
The
What the fuck
Celtics.
is wrong
Guys,
with
Christian
you?
Erickson scored yesterday.
Anyway,
My
let's
bo-
move.
One of my boxes goes to Greg for
Greg, shut
thinking
up.
the Celtics are in Baltimore.
Oh, I was thinking Boston.
Obviously.
I forgot where you lived.
And my final botch goes to Greg because he only watches certain horror movies.
And
From
Mike only
certain
watches
franchises.
shitty wrestling.
Franchises.
Here's a man who won't watch a pay-per-view of New Japan, but he'll watch every single pay-per-view for CCW.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
I didn't watch the last one.
Oh, wow, what a surprise.
Listen, Greg,
Oh,
Greg,
what a rebel.
to be fair, are you going to get a Super Dragon channel in NJPW? No.
You will probably get it at PWG.
Super Dragon.
Exactly.
To be fair, Greg,
Greg, do
To be
your
fair, Greg,
pop flop bar.
And Mike doesn't
I've
even
seen-
watch...
I've seen Alien 3.
Alright, my
oh,
turn.
Oh, no, he's...
All right, Greg, it's your turn. You can go.
My pop
Go faggot.
goes to...
My pop goes to California.
I don't know.
No rain.
My pop 1 goes to beating Jonesy this week.
That's like being a fucking cripple.
I needed that fucking win.
I'm not a cripple.
I'm not a crapple.
I don't even know if that
Close enough.
boosted me up in the stats or anything. Let me check
Nope.
really quick. 'Cause I was last in my
You probably
division.
overtake me.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
I'm still last in my division. I'll probably upgrade. I think I'm gonna be above John now. I think that's gonna be a thing now because he
No.
lost this week.
No,
No.
Hey guys, I got a joke for you.
no.
No. Great
Ah.
Flick Life.
Greg's
Oh my
fantasy
God.
team?
Oh my God.
No,
oh
that's-
my God. You guys
that's
want to
obvious.
finish this, or do you just want to sit here all night?
Oh, Greg,
Can I tell-
continue, please.
I might tell my joke and then you can continue.
Josie, how high are
I'm
you right
gonna-
now?
Jonesy, go to your joke.
Can-
I wish to hear it.
The hardest part of the vegetable.
What?
Huh? What?
Oh my God. Okay. So my other pop
Say,
goes.
I don't know what it. Oh fuck.
You're
Mike.
you're roboting like a bitch right now.
You know what? Fuck you. You don't want to get no fine.
It's not that we didn't want to hear you, it's that we were literally waiting for you, and then when you started talking, you roboted.
Yeah, say it again. Hurry up. Do it slowly.
I don't want to.
Okay, we're moving on. So my other pod.
Type it in chat.
I was so excited for this joke, and then you let me down, Jonesy.
Okay,
My-
fine. I'll tell the fucking joke.
Oh my God.
Now type in chat just in case you can't hear me.
Jesus
What
Go,
Christ,
Greg.
Jonesy's so
Are-
salty.
of the vegetable is to
I don't
Question
know,
mark.
Jonesy. What is it?
the you may move on now.
Jonesy, you want to repeat that joke?
You.
Anyway,
Anyways,
Greg.
Finish up, Craig.
I've lost my other pub. That joke just came out of left field. But flops. Jonesy's robot is a flop.
Ew.
Drop below.
Cancer segments, anti-cancer segments, giving pro-cancer people more pro-cancer in their bodies.
What?
From being a rookie.
What?
Pro.
I don't know. I'm so fucking out of it. I'm so tired.
I can tell.
Yeah. It's time for Greg's fuck you of the week.
Hi.
Oh my god.
Would you like to hear a joke?
My salty fuck
Salty
you.
fuck you.
This salty fuck you was gonna actually go to a segment
Hey.
on Raw, but I may need to give it.
It's going
It was going to go
Hey.
to the segment. It was gonna go to
No,
WWE.
Greg, go
Hey.
on, Greg.
It was gonna
Hey.
go to the concept that WWE.
Hey,
think-
faggot.
What?
How you doing?
My salty fuck you. My salty fuck you of the week was gonna go to the concept of WWE hiring or bringing in these strong women. I'm gonna call them that what
Are
they
you
want.
sure? Are they
Strong woman.
Are they strong, independent black women?
Yes,
Oh, man.
they starting with Kathleen Gifford and Honda and going
She's not
to
black.
and going to whatever the fuck the chick from Atlanta is.
Shanae.
Hank Simmons? I don't know.
Hank Simmons.
Girl
Greg, Greg, calm down now, Greg. Greg, we're
Greg.
not in Wrestling Empire. Calm down,
We're gonna
Greg.
have that stuff that you're smoking.
But
Sounds like good
this,
shit.
but I may have to give my fuck you of the week to two people.
Oh, boy.
It's one to Joey Fonda.
Oh
To
boy.
the two people who I think are gonna ruin my fucking week this week
Wow.
for some
Joey
fucking
Fonda.
odd reason.
You're welcome, Greg.
It's Mike and Jonesy. I cannot
What?
stand them right now, and they have completely taken me off the rails when it comes to closing this fucking podcast.
Oh, dude, we got this. Dude, you don't have to close it this week,
See,
though. Me and
you
John
need to get
got
back
this.
on the rails.
You better get the information right. You better have been
Yeah.
listening to all those times I've closed the podcast before. John,
Racism.
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm
Well,
done. I'm not finishing my Papa Botch because Jonesy fucking blows so much chunks.
He
Dude,
threw
he's
up.
That's
fat
too
people.
salty for me.
He threw up. Jonesy, go to the
Right.
hospital.
What?
Before we go
Why are
through
you
all
over there
the
throwing up?
deets,
Bleh.
before we go through all the deets, I have a predictive slot for next week, and it'll be when Wesley ranks me in fantasy football.
Yeah, I'm going in dry. Prepare
Something
I'm
yourself.
say,
playing
Ray.
Wesley next week.
I like rape.
Rip and peace me.
Prepare yourself.
Anyway,
I'm going
Wesley.
against Mike, I believe.
You had a good run.
Yup. Me and Mike.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win again.
Yeah, okay.
Wesley.
Thought we were talking about rape.
Yeah?
How many times did you listen to Greg?
Yes, no.
How many times have you listened to Greg give out all the deets and how you've remembered them?
I've heard Greg give it out like 100 and some odd times.
Alright, cool, because I actually remember everything he says. Do you?
I remember like 53%
You
of
guys
it.
are fucking terrible people.
No, we're good, Greg. Greg, it's a bit.
You want me?
You know, Greg,
God, you're ruining the
we
bit.
try to keep it serious, but
You're
we're not a
ruining the
serious
bit. You're
podcast.
ruining the joke.
Alright,
Yeah, you're
continue
ruining
with
the
this.
fucking joke. God
Thank you
damn.
for coming to the Arc of Wrestling podcast. You can find us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/arcofwrestling. Wesley, go to YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube. Search for Arc of Wrestling.
They're listening it on YouTube, you idiot.
Yeah,
And
you're listening to
subscribe.
this.
Like,
This
shut
is
up,
the only fucking
God
place
damn
we
you.
upload it.
You can like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, and comment. Like I
Please
do every
comment.
week.
Does he?
Tell us how much
Follow
Drake
Does he
sucks.
really?
I
Follow
pretty much
Daily
comment
Motion.
every
Tell
week
us how
calling
much-
somebody a cunt. So
We suck.
You can find my Tumblr at www.tumblr.com/JustinBieber. And this has been the Arc of Wrestling podcast.
You're forgetting one thing.
check us out on
Shensudo TV did it right at the start.
Check out our website that we never update.
Yep, that's a thing.
No,
www.
don't go to that. I'm thinking of starting something new.
Go to it.
arcofwrestling.webs.com.
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining. We'll catch
Thanks
you
for
next
checking
time.
us out.
Yeah.
Have a good
I
week.
love you.
We love
Yeah.
you.